Now, the one thing I gotta do is find from where I can play some music. And it's either got to be real obscure that YouTube doesn't know about it, or it's got to be like something that's all original that won't get copyright through YouTube. So, hold on, chat, hold on. Oh, is it still working? Hold on. Let me go back to my channel. Because Daniel's been high now and he understands the joke. Whereas Clem looks at it and thinks, well, I don't understand the joke. He's on drugs. But yet he accidentally eats Vaseline or this. And I'm like, he's like, I don't understand. He's like, he doesn't fully understand. Because Daniel's been proper, what do you call it, chat? My friend called Dan the Man. Since there's no one here, we'll just call him John. Because I completely forgot that you guys can hear me because my app's broken for some reason. So, we'll call him John for now. But he's been truly high one time, and my other friend, which we'll call Jeff. My name is Jeff, right? So there's John, and there's Jeff. Okay. Now John's been truly high, if you know what I mean, right? Whereas Jeff has not. Right? So you've got, my name is Jeff, who hasn't experienced what it's like yet. He's done it before, but he's just kind of thought, I just feel like myself. Right? So, what we need to do with my name is Jeff is we need to get him the same as John. Because whenever I send John one of those messages, right, he, let's say it's a message of someone saying, you're just trying to eat some cereal and you're super hungry when you're blazed, or whatever, and then it's a funny meme, and then he understands the meme because he's experienced that sort of thing before. Whereas my name is Jeff hasn't experienced it, so he looks at the meme and thinks, I don't understand. He's got red eyes and he's staring at his cereal, and then he's also staring at some Vaseline and then some milk, or vice versa, or something funny, you know what I mean? And then you kind of don't know which one is which, or which has happened with which. Great, and this chat box seems to be busted, so let me see if I can fix that. I don't know if I can, though. What does reset mean? Wait, some disk space is unavailable for some reason. That's why. Hold on, chat. Let me fix this here. I gotta check what. Oh, that's the wrong one. I don't want the music, but I'll click on it anyway. So once it opens, I can close it. Okay, let me close that real quick. Okay. Oh, I missed. Whoops. It would have been so cool if I actually got it. Okay, so let me see. Where is it? This computer. We're still in the blue, luckily, so that's fine. No problems there. So if I go to docs, and then I go to chat, it comes up as white for some reason. I don't know why that is. It's being all weird, like I have to have the actual internet open to view the chat instead of OBS. Normally OBS would just be open and then I can see the chat, but it looks like that's not going to work today, so I'm going to have to use the internet, so that's fine. Control C. Because the OBS worked a little better, that's all. But I can scroll down anyways. Hold up. I'll just pause the stream, because I don't need the stream to be running. I just need to see the chat. That's all. Okay, there we go. We should be good to see the chat box now. Because that's all we need to see anyways. And the way it lines itself up, once I've got it up there, seems to work out just fine. So, only if I could have some battle music in the background, but YouTube would probably copyright strike me. I need to find some music that's unique, you know what I mean, that I can listen to, that they're not going to copyright, strike me for. Or take down the stream, you know what I mean, because that's, more than likely, that's what will happen. Is the stream will just go down. More than anything. Sorry about that. I must have leaked my messages just then. Whoops, sorry, chat. Hold on, let me find it. I don't know why. I know every time I click on it, or go to click on it, I completely forget where it is. Let me just close this and reopen it altogether separately. Hopefully that'll fix that problem. Yeah, is it working good now? What's the stream quality sound like? Because if it sounds good, I won't change anything. We're just loading in right now. The main problem I was having, David, is I have this little device, right, that I was using the other day for my music streaming that I did for a little bit there, called the Stream Deck Mini. It's this little device that helps you control the stream. Right, you can it's like a little tiny square device which has about 6 other squares on it with a built-in display with it, and each square is a button. So it's a button with a little display behind it, if that makes any sense. Right, let me show you. I'll just search up a photo, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then you'll see. And then it will make more sense. The story will make more sense here in a second. Let me see. Okay, let me just show you. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. This is the device I have. I have the smaller version of this device. Right? I have this one. The Stream Deck Mini, which is about 100. Right? About $100. Right? And what it does, it's pretty cool. Even you'd probably like this, David. What you can use it for anything. And that's what I used to use with when I did YouNow and the soundboard. That's what I used. I used this thing. And the problem I've got is you can program it to work with the live streaming software that I use, right? And the one thing I had it programmed for was to mute the music, so then I could talk into the microphone without the music being played. And I don't care about that button so much, because this is going to be a gaming stream today. But the other button I liked was to mute the microphone. So I had programmed it to mute the microphone I have right? And for some reason, the actual device itself was glitching and bugging out for some reason. Not the device, but the software that you get. Something was wrong with it, and I don't know what. I don't know what's happened. Yeah, I understand they're shutting down Windows 10, but the support technically wouldn't stop for it, if you know what I mean, David. Like, yes, they're going to shut down Windows 10, but you're still going to be able to use the general operating system. It's not like my computer's just going to stop working. You're still going to be able to use the operating system, and you're still going to be able to go on the internet, but more than likely what they'll do is they just won't give you they probably just won't give you security updates anymore, or they'll probably, they'll stop support for it, right, with the updates and such, but they probably won't close it down completely. But yeah, I am trying to save up for a new computer at least. That's what I'm trying to do, because at the moment the computer I have is fine, but it's a bit like Windows XP. You know what I mean? If you download Windows XP, or not download it, but if you go on an old computer and use Windows XP, you can actually still connect to the internet, and on at least Google.com, you can search things up, and it will bring you up the search results. But you don't want to connect Windows XP to the internet, because it's been long since shut down for a very long time. But you can do it. You can still hook it in. The only problem is you'll immediately get hacked by tons of people from overseas, just doing background stuff on your computer, just to use it as, like, I guess, a terminal of some kind. I don't know what they would be using it for, or what they're trying to hack it for, because it's Windows XP. But there's people who do it, and that's basically what happens if you hook up Windows XP to the internet. It gets hacked. Your operating system just immediately gets hacked. So that's probably what would happen with my computer. But the one particular operating system I liked the most was Windows 7. They really optimized that to its potential, like 100% optimization. Because you can tell how good Windows 7 was at the time when they brought it out, right? Because if you think about it, right, they had Windows Vista, which is very similar to Windows 7, right? But Windows Vista was supposed to be the next big thing, and then because that didn't quite work out how they wanted it to, they then just adjusted a few things. You can clearly tell with the operating system, they just adjusted a few things, and then from there, they set it up to where they just altered a few things, and then they just called it Windows 7. They were just like, look, here's Windows 7. They didn't really have to change anything. And because it was so successful, right, remember when they came out with Windows 8? And it was that weird but that weird tablet version they had? And they had these tablets that they sold, which they still sell now. But remember how they had Windows 7? And yes, it's still at a desktop, but the start button was like a whole big menu that you had to traverse. Like, that's when they tried going to the next step, right? But because Windows 7 was so popular, and that particular design was so well loved with the community, the Windows community, right? They had to bring back the start menu. They had to bring back the old school start menu with Windows 10, right? Which is why when you get Windows 10, you have an option to where you can either just have it as a little menu that pops up, or if you go into the settings, you can then adjust it to where you can then have the whole menu cover the screen like Windows 8 did. So at least they gave you the option. And yeah, Windows 8, it was not great. I used it for a while too. When I was in school, I had to use it. Luckily, when I was in school, they let me they bought me this Windows Surface laptop. You know the Windows Surface laptops that they had? And they were like a tablet thing with a detachable keyboard. and they were and that's why they had Windows 8, because it was the detachable keyboard. Like, and the thing was, right, with my Windows Surface, it wasn't just the regular sort of tablet design with a little keyboard on the bottom, like an iPad would have had back in the day, right? It was one of those touch keyboards that they came out with at the time. One of those really thin keyboards with no physical buttons, but you just touch the keyboard to then type on it. And that thing there was kind of next level, to be honest. Like, it wasn't great. Like, because if you're playing games on it, which I did every now and again, I had 2 accounts set up when I first got it. One for at home stuff and one for at school stuff, which was fine. The teachers didn't mind me doing that, because they were like, oh, okay, no, that's alright. As long as your home stuff is separate from school stuff, they were like, that's okay. Right? And the problem I had with the keyboard is whenever you tried to play games, you'd be holding down the buttons, which weren't even buttons, they were just touch things. So you'd just be touching it the whole time. And you wouldn't have that satisfaction of pressing the key down. Whereas the other alternative you could have got back then, with this little Surface device, right? You could have got the other keyboard, which was basically the same thing, but they had little keys on them that would actually travel, like a keyboard. Whereas the one I had was this weird touch thing, and I had it like my whole life at school, and it was good, because I was kind of fast at typing on it, but at the same time it was just really awkward. Because the mouse pad as well was the same thing. And you would have to so you would have to have a mouse plugged in, like a little wireless one or something at the time. But yeah, it's crazy. Let me tell you. Okay, so what are we doing? Which one are we doing? Oh, Slendout's playing. Let me chat with him. How do I no, I don't want to join. I just want to. I could invite him. Hold on. Joinable game, chill guy, prop hunt. He's doing prop hunt. That's what he's playing. I see it. Maybe I can message him. Hold up. How do I do that? Joinable parties, and then this is the Epic Online. More options. DM. Here we go. Here we go. Here he is. Right. Okay, hold on. Do you want to play? Whoops, I spelled 2 wrong. Whenever you spell a word wrong, this is what I do, David. I type the correct spelling afterwards, after I've spelled it wrong, and then I put the little symbol, the little star symbol, next to it. And then I send it. So like if I ever happen to spell something wrong by accident because I'm typing fast, that's what I normally do afterwards. I normally put the correct spelling and the little star symbol, just to let them know, hey, this is what needs to go here. But at the moment, this is what we'll do. I would like some music, but they don't really have any music in here except for copyright music, which I can't really play. The only music I could play, David, in the background, quietly, as we do this, is maybe some, like, either my own music, which could potentially be okay, but, or I would have to do some real underground music, you know what I mean? Some music that isn't recognizable. Like, it would have to be original. All original music. That's what I'd have to do to even play any music. And I don't know where I'd find. I mean, you could do Mozart and that sort of thing, to be honest. Now that I think about it, those really old songs from like back in the day with the big, big bands and the big cello. What is it? Is it a cello? I think it's a cello, right? Those big ones, the big bass that they have, the big cello bass. Is that what they're called? A cello? I don't know what they're called, but we could play that quietly in the background, some Mozart type music, because that wouldn't get copyrighted at all, and my stream wouldn't get taken down, and it would be nice and relaxing too, some of it. Would it not? Wouldn't that work? I swear I've just found a loophole. Because that's what I used to listen to when I was younger. That sort of music. Because there was this place I went to, right? I forget what they were doing, but what it was basically is I'd go there. They would do all these, not so much test. There would be tests, but at the same time they'd do all these things. And one of them is I had to wear these headphones that I think were wireless at the time. Or they might have not been wireless. They might have had a little iPod with them. But I would walk around this place doing, playing with the toys, drawing, listening to Mozart at the time. And I didn't mind it. I was just like, yo, this is kind of dope. I like this. So. Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, it takes a while to load in. This is the problem with my computer at the moment. See, because the bus has already gone across the map, and now I'm falling. As you can see. So that's why I need to upgrade my computer more than anything. Like, it plays the game when I'm not streaming, but if I'm streaming, it's a little bit not as good. But other than that, I don't mind it. Where are we going? There's a snowy mountain over there. There's some people landing over there. I think we'll go this way. There might be less people landing this way. Oh no, I think I see people. Go this way, go this way. Go to this chest up here. Land on this vantage point. Wait, it says, as I mostly had Windows 98 to 11 on my PC. Oh, okay. What goodies do we get from this chest? We get a single weapon in case we come across any enemies, and some. Wait. Ooh, there's another weapon over here. In case we get more enemies coming by. Oh, Jesus, they could see me. Oh, I died. I only just landed. That's the problem. I can't. It's unplayable half the time, but I try anyways. Hey, look, it's Rick. There was one skin that I wanted to get in this game, and it was the Juice WRLD skin because I'm a big fan. But I don't think I ever got to grab it, and I don't know if you could. I don't think you can buy old skins. And the thing is, it was a free skin too. You just log in and you get it. Wow. He's not a very good fighter. But yeah, I need to upgrade. Like, I've got a good graphics card in my computer, which does all the main, like, 3D processing, I think is what they do, for games like this. But it's the CPU that I've got problems with half the time. If that makes any sense. You know what I mean? It's a slightly older CPU. So like the graphics card I have is probably not being able, no, the motherboard, sorry, is not able to probably keep up with the graphics card. And everything in this PC at the moment is mixed matched parts. So I've probably got it all set up wrong, because I had to rebuild my computer just to get it working. And it's been sitting like that for a long time. he does. Oh, here we go. This seems to have loaded in a little bit quicker this time, which is kind of odd. See, the bus has got more detail on it. And I can actually thank the bus driver as well. Yeah, I don't know if he does use it anymore. Because I still have him on Google Chats. Because I think he may have crossed over to the new one when they were switching, but I think that's about it. Yeah, the Magic School Bus. Yeah, see, this is the only problem. It's got all the graphics to be not fully loaded in. When I get close, it's got the faraway graphics still here. That's the problem. As there's no actual, like... Yo, what up? Nice, thanks. Yeah, as you can see, my game doesn't run at all. So I'm going to try it anyways and see if I win on an unplayable game. I don't know why it does that, but it eventually loads in all those graphics anyways, and it runs a little bit better. So like, look, if I open up this chest... Whoa! Whoa! What the hell? I was going to open the chest just to show you the crappy graphics that it would have had on those guns, but obviously everything had loaded in at the time, and I got like the ultimate weapon. What? Hold up, we'll take these. We need that. Hold up, we'll use these things too. Hold up. We'll show Daniel what these things do. They give us shield and health. Oh, whoops. Oh, they're upstairs, are they? Okay, hold on. The one thing I find crazy with this particular game, right, is not so much the game itself, but look, you can see in here actually, on my version of the game, these cheers, they're not fully animated or not fully loaded in. Like the inside stuff doesn't look as good as you would want it to. Like, I don't know if it's deliberately supposed to look that way, but surely it should look a little bit more sharp than that. You know what I mean? But yeah, only when I stream does it do something similar. That's the thing with this game. Wait, am I missing a room? There's a room here. Because if I go in here, isn't this a room? Oh no, it's not a room. I thought it was a room. It's up here. Oh, whoops. No. Where is it? The hell? Oh. It's in here. Yo. Is this better? Isn't that the same gun? I think it is, right? Yeah, whoops. Storm's coming, or the zone I could call it. Because that's what I'm used to calling it. I'll call it the zone, because I'm used to calling it the zone in my other game. Okay. Some ammo. Hey, they even got a Bristol machine in here, that's cool. Oh no, run! Not good, not good. Grab this, grab this, grab this. Okay, just run, just run. It's alright, I'm running as fast as I can. It's alright, we're close by. It's just once I get into the actual zone, the safe zone, then we can use